Chapter 4. Introduction to MS Access. A database is a collection of data that is organized in the form of rows and columns. MS Access allows us to manage the information in one database file. For example, your teacher always keeps a record of marks of each student by maintaining a database. Database Management System (DBMS). Database Management System is a system software that is used to create and manage database. It provides users and programmers with a systematic way to create, retrieve, update and manage data. Microsoft Access, SQL Server, MySQL, FoxPro and Oracle are some examples of database management systems. Microsoft Office Access is one of the most widely used database management programs. There are mainly two types of database. Flat file database, it consists of data related to a few limited subjects or fields. Relational database, in this type of database, data of several tables are associated and it is possible to retrieve a common type of information from them. Advantages of using a database management system. There are many advantages of using a database system. Let us discuss them. Minimum data redundancy. A database system stores data at one place in the database. The data is integrated into a single and logical structure. Different applications refer to the data from a centrally controlled location. The central storage of the data helps to minimize data redundancy by eliminating the chances of data duplication. Minimum data inconsistency. A database system also helps to minimize data inconsistency. Updating data values becomes simple and there is no disagreement in the stored values. For example, a student's home address is stored at a single location and gets updated centrally. Improvement in data sharing. Data sharing means sharing the same data with all users. Each user has access to the same data, though they may use it for different purposes. The database is designed to support the sharing of data. Authorized users are permitted to use the data from the database. They are provided with the views of data to facilitate its use. For example, a student's home address stored in the database is shared by the Student Information System and the Library System. Improvement in data integrity. The database may consist of important information and if so, it needs to be protected. For this, the database is secured by giving limited access of the database to authorized users only. Access to the database is often controlled by passwords. Standardization of data. Since the data is stored centrally, it is easy to enforce standards on the database. Standards could include naming conventions, updating, accessing, and protecting the data. Tools are available for developing and enforcing the chosen standards. Objects of a database. Let us now discuss some objects of a database. Tables. A table is the place where all the information of a database is stored in the form of rows, records, and columns, fields. A table structure is created before creating any table. It identifies the name, size and types of different fields. By default, each table appears as a spreadsheet grid called a datasheet. You can enter data directly into a datasheet. Some elements of tables are listed below. Field. It refers to a data table in the database with a single form of information. Record. It refers to a group of related fields. For example, An employee record includes a set of fields about one employee. They are in the form of rows and present information of all the fields regarding a single person or object. Data. It contains different types of figures which display values regarding different fields of a person or subject. Forms. Forms are similar to common forms containing the fields you create in a data table for entries. They are used to make data entry more convenient. An attractively formatted form is convenient to enter new records. Queries. Queries help to combine data from multiple related tables into a single datasheet. You can create a query, which is like a saved filter. It saves data with some criteria of conditions. Reports. Reports present data from tables and queries in a customizable format with titles, headers, footers, logos, and graphics. Getting started with MS Access. To start MS Access, follow the steps given below. Step 1. Click on the Start button. Step 2. Click on the All Programs. Step 3. Select Microsoft Office and then Microsoft Office Access. The MS Access window will appear. Now, you can create a new database or open an existing one. Components of MS Access. The different components of the MS Access window are described as under. Title bar. It appears at the top of the MS Access window and shows the name of the database and the program. The buttons on the right side of the title bar are used to minimize, maximize, restore and close the program window. Quick Access toolbar. It lies on the left side of the title bar and contains the frequently used commands that are independent of the display on the ribbon. Tabs. They are located just below the title bar. They consist of a set of commands. Ribbon. It extends across the top of the program window, directly below the title bar and consists of a set of tabs, each of which contains groups of related commands. Object window. It appears below the ribbon and displays open database objects. Status bar. It appears at the bottom of the program window and displays information about the database and provides access to certain program functions. Navigation pane. It appears on the left side of the program window and shows a list of all the objects in a database. Features of MS Access. Some of the salient features of MS Access are listed as under. It enables adding data through various data forms. Data entry errors are minimized by using these forms. MS Access simplifies large information so that it can be easily accessed. It helps to minimize the duplication of data. It improves speed, efficiency, and flexibility of information retrieval. It allows data sharing by enabling multiple users to use the same database. It secures data, thus making it more reliable. Creating an Access database. Before creating a database in MS Access, we must remember the following things: the purpose of the database, the user of database, the tables, data of the database, the queries that the user needs, the forms and reports. In MS Access, we can create a database in the following ways: by creating a blank database, by using a template, by downloading a template from MS Office Online. Tech fact: you can press the F11 toggle key from your keyboard to show or hide the navigation pane. Creating a database by using a template. A template is a ready-to-use database that consists of tables, queries, forms and reports needed to perform a specific task. Many templates are displayed on the Getting Started with Microsoft Office Access page. Templates can also be downloaded from the Microsoft Office website. To create a database by using a template, follow the steps given below. Step 1. Choose the Local Templates option from the template categories on the left pane. Step 2. From the middle pane, choose the type of database you want. Step 3. Type the name for the database in the file name box. Step 4. Finally, click on the Create button. MS Access will create and open the database for you. By default, a form will be opened in which you can enter the data. Creating a blank database. You can create a blank database by following the steps given below. Step 1. Go to the Getting Started with Microsoft Office Access page and choose the blank database option. Step 2. In the blank database pane, type the name of the database in the file name box. Step 3. Click on the Create button. Access will create and open a blank database. By default, an empty table will be opened in which you can enter the data. Data types in tables. You have read about tables and their elements. Data, an element of a table, has many types. In MS Access, data types are used to declare the fields of a table. A data type specifies the type of data that a field can contain. The different data types of MS Access are listed as under Data Types Date Time. Description. It is used to enter only date and time. Data type Short text. Description. It is used for text fields. It can store up to 255 alphanumeric characters. Data type Long text. Description. It is also used for text fields. It can store up to 65,535 alphanumeric characters. Data type Number. Description. It is used for numeric values. Data type Auto number. Description. It is used to provide a unique number to each new record. It generates a sequential number whenever a new record is added to the table. Data type Currency. Description. It is used for currency values and to prevent rounding off during the calculations. Data type Yes/No. Description. It is used for the fields that have only one possible value such as true or false. Data type OLE Object. Description. It stands for Object Linking and Embedding. It is used to store pictures, audio and videos. Data type Calculated field. Description. It is used to store the results of a calculation based on other fields in the same table. Data type Hyperlink. Description. It is used to store the location of a file on the computer, a local network or the World Wide Web. Data type Attachment. Description. It is used to attach files like charts and images to a record in our database. Working with tables. In Access, a table is regarded as a database object and is used to store data. We can work with tables in two views: Datasheet view, Design view. Creating a table using Datasheet view. In the Datasheet view, we can enter the data in a table directly. To create a table using the Datasheet view, follow the steps given below. Step 1. Click on the Create tab on the ribbon. Step 2. Click the Table option from the Tables group. Access will create a table and select the Add New Field column by default. Step 3. Click in the column and type the data in it and press the Tab key to add a new field to the table. Step 4. Next, save the table by clicking on the Save button in the Quick Access toolbar. Step 5. Give a suitable name to the table in the Save As dialog box. Step 6. Finally, click the OK button. Creating a table using the design view. In the design view, you will have to first create the table's structure. To create a table using the design view, follow the steps given below. Step 1. Click the Create tab on the ribbon. Step 2. Click on the Table Design option from the Tables group. A new table in the design view will appear. Next, you will have to create the table structure. Step 3. Type the name of a field in the Field Name column and press the Tab key to move to the Data Type column. An arrow will appear for the drop-down list in the Data Type column. Step 4. Press the Tab key to move to the Description column and type a description of the field. The description of the field is optional. Step 5. Finally, click on the Save button. Primary key. A primary key in a database management system refers to the field that contains a unique value for each record. It helps to identify a record in a file. For example, the data stored in a key field would use student's roll number as a key field because it uniquely identifies each student of a class. Only one primary key can be set for each table. This key is used to relate the content of a table with other tables. Setting a primary key. To set a primary key, follow these steps. Step 1. Open the table in the design view. Step 2. Click on the row selector of the field you want to designate as the primary key. Step 3. On the Design tab, in the Tools group, click on the Primary Key button. A key icon will appear to the left of the field that you can specify as the primary key. Various operations on fields. After creating a table, we can modify a table's structure by adding, deleting and moving the fields. Adding a field. To add a new field, follow the steps given below. Step 1. Select the table in the navigation pane and choose the design view from the View option of the Home tab. Step 2. Click on the row where you want to add a new field. Step 3. Click on the Insert Rows in the Tools group of the Design tab. A blank row will get inserted at the location where the pointer is placed. Step 4. Type a field name for the new field. Step 5. Click on the Close button to close the table. Axis will display a message to ask whether you want to save the changes or not. Step 6. Click on the Yes button to save the changes. Deleting fields. Sometimes, we need to remove unwanted fields from a table. Deleting a field erases all the data in that field. You can delete a field by following these steps. Step 1. Go to the navigation pane and right-click the table that you want to edit. Step 2. Click on the Design view on the shortcut menu. The table will appear in the Design view. Step 3. Click on the row selector of the field that you want to delete. Step 4. On the Design tab in the Tools group, click on the Delete Rows button. Tech fact. All the tables you select to include in your query will appear as small windows in the Object Relationship pane. Each window contains a list of the available fields within those tables. Reordering fields. Although the order of the fields does not affect how the table functions within the database, yet it is a good practice to group fields together in some reasonable order so that it is easy to find and place the primary key fields at the top of the list. To move a field, follow these steps. Step 1. From the Design view, select the fields you want to move. Step 2. Press the left mouse button and drag the field to a desired location. A line will appear between the fields as you drag over them. Step 3. Release the mouse button when the selected field is placed at the new location. Knowledge Zone. MS Access automatically assigns ACCDB, Access Database, extension to all database files. In MS Access, one can insert any number of records in a table. Access can understand and use a wide variety of other data formats, including several other database file structures.